All right, so I am back with another video in my Bartholin Cyst series. So in this video, I want to talk about Bartholin Cyst causes. And if you are suffering with the Bartholin Cyst, girl, you are not alone. 2 in 10 women have Bartholin Cyst. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So hey, Miss Lady, if you are new here, my name is Quinn. I am your RN best friend. And on this channel, I share story times, reviews, and facts and information all about feminine wellness on the inside and the outside. So if you're interested in that, consider subscribing and make sure you thumbs up the video. So in my typical fashion, I have to make sure I am very clear on what Bartholin cysts are, and to describe and explain Bartholin cysts, I got to tell you about the Bartholin gland, which is where the cysts originate from. So the Bartholin glands are located on either side, on each side of the vaginal opening. What they do is a very important job. They're actually in charge of secreting lubrication when you get excited, when you're ready to do the do, when you're ready to wham bam, all that stuff right there. The lube comes from those glands, the nookie and all that stuff right there. What do you call it? I just want to know. I'm just being in your business. Put it down in the comment section. Okay, back to the video. So the glands are actually just tiny little things. They're small, like the size of a pea, like the size of a green pea on both sides of the vaginal opening, right? And the reason that we get those cysts is because they get blocked and then they fill up, like the fluid is still trying to produce, the fluid still wants to come out, but those ducts get blocked. And usually it's like one side or the other that gets blocked. They don't both typically get blocked. And that blockage, it causes swelling. That is what we call a cyst. It forms a cyst from the swelling, right? So let me tell you a little bit about my story, because I feel like when I know people's stories, I can better understand.
It's you. You got what I got going on. I got what you got going on.
This story started, for real though, back when I was in high school. So in high school is the very first time I found out that I had a Bartholin cyst. And I'm gonna just breeze straight up with you about how this all went down. So I was feeling like I was having a lot of fullness down yonder in my vagina. I'm feeling like I had like a golf ball or something just sitting down there,
and it wasn't right.
I was uncomfortable. It wasn't necessarily hurting me when I first realized that I had it going on down there. When I felt the fullness, it wasn't necessarily hurting me, but I knew that that was not normal. And the kicker of the whole thing is the fact that at the time I was sexually active, okay? And it's one of those things where you don't necessarily want to go and tell your mama, or I didn't have that kind of relationship with my mama to be like,
something going on, and by the way, I've been getting it in.
Now, I really hope I have a relationship like that. Well, they ain't gonna be coming to me like that. But my daughters, we open. You see, I'm stuttering about it, y'all. I'm stuttering about it. But anyway, now me and my girls are really, really open. But me and my mama was not. That's where the stutter originates from. Even sitting here now, I'm just like. Anyway, back to the story. So uncomfortable, swollen. As I talk to my friends, I'm like, girl, I'm having this. I feel like real swole. I feel like a golf ball is down there. Like I'm sitting on an egg. I'm walking around with an egg in my vagina. This is not feeling good. Like I said, it wasn't necessarily hurting. So they was like, what? We don't know nothing about that. Nobody knew nothing about that. So I'm just walking around. Like I said, it won't hurt. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it'll go away. So I'm still, engaging with my boyfriend, all that stuff right there. And there comes a time when it's like hurting. It's, it's a little uncomfortable to engage. It's uncomfortable to engage. So I'm like, I probably need to see about this, but what I'm going to say to get to the clinic? What can I say to get to the clinic without my mama asking me what's going on? You know what I'm saying? When you're a teenager, So I'm like, I can't talk about that right now. I can't get all into that. And I did not. But then I just let it go on until that thing was hurting. Like it was hurting. I wasn't at the point then when I was really looking down there like that, but this made me look down there like that. So I got to know myself at a young age. We're gonna say that. I went ahead, I looked down there, and it was like literally the right side of my labia. It was a little ball down there. You know I was freaking out. You know I was just
Like, oh my God.
and the first thing that came to my mind, of course, was like, I got an STD. You done gave me some. Oh my God. So can you like wait a minute? You know what I'm saying? When you see that thing down there, literally swole up. It's just like that you
know it ain't right.
You just know it ain't right, and you just don't know what it is though. All right, so because this was going on now, this was at the point where I had to see about something. So let me tell you, I told my mama, I was like, hey mama, I think I got a UTI. Now UTI is one of those things she ain't really ask no questions about. Like, you know, my pee smelling strong. I need to go to the doctor. I goes up in there, and you know, at this point, we was at a situation where I could be like, you know, you stay out here. You stay out here. I go in there. Go up in there, prepared for the worst. I'm just like, oh Lord. Because, yeah. Go up in there, do the exam, and I tell the nurse real inconspicuous, like, you know, like, I got something going, you know. So she's like, feel something like a golf ball, it's an egg, it's something. I got an egg in my vagina. I got an egg growing out my vagina. I don't know what to tell you that. So y'all help. Can somebody help? Go in there. They do the exam, and the doctor, of course, knew right off what it was. She's like, oh, that's a Bartholin cyst. I ain't never heard of this before, of course. Now, I heard crabs, you know what I'm saying? I heard syphilis. I heard of chlamydia. I heard that stuff. I ain't heard no Bartholin cyst. And it don't sound like it's no good thing at all. So I'm scared. So I'm like, oh my gosh, is you gonna tell my mama? Why is that the first thing I was scared of? But it was. That's the first thing I was scared of. Second thing was like, you know, is this something incurable? Is this I'm just gonna grow little eggs all down there, all around there, because that ain't gonna be cute. That ain't gonna be good. And it's gonna be heavy. Anyway, so she like, nah, but I can just give you some antibiotics and it's gonna go down and you're gonna be all right. But you know, you're probably gonna have this fever. It's gonna be coming back. It's gonna come and go. I'm like, what? She like, yeah, more than likely it's gonna come and go. She gave me some antibiotics. It went down. I went on, and here I am still talking about it 40 years later because she was not lying when she said it come and go. Now, into the causes. Why did that even happen? Why does that happen to us? I did tell you that at that time I was sexually active, but y'all, it's not necessarily like an STD or anything like that. But what we do know, it is caused by inflammation of some type, a bacteria of some type, maybe some injury of some type that happened down there. We don't necessarily know, but I'll just go ahead and run a list for you of some of the possible causes. And if you want to know the treatments that I use, the treatment that is like my #1 go-to, make sure again you go ahead and thumbs up this video and subscribe, because a whole lot of videos are coming that are going to explain. I'm actually going to tell y'all when it happened, because I actually did get it popped one time. I did. I'm going to tell you, not popped in a sense like that, but you know, I had actually got it surgically incised. So just go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. Also click the bell. The bell is what is going to send you the notifications that the new videos are out. But let me go ahead and talk about some of the possible causes. So like I said, inflammation, it could be from some kind of injury to the vagina. A bacterial infection could be the cause of it. And yes, even though it's not necessarily from an STD, sometimes chlamydia, gonorrhea, some of those things could actually cause that to happen. And even if you have some type of vaginal surgery, sometimes that causes the blockage to occur. So I'm gonna tell you, like my doctor told me way long time ago, if it's not causing you any problems, if it's not red, it's not inflamed, it's not hurting you, then you probably want to leave it alone. That's what I do. I just kind of leave it alone if it's not really inflamed or anything like that. But if it is, then that's when you want to go ahead and seek treatment. Hope you did get some information that you need in this video. So do me a favor, if you didn't, if this video was not what you was looking for, go ahead and thumbs it down. I'm serious. I want to know. I want to provide you with good content. But if it did help you out, make sure you give it a thumbs up for me, please, and comment down below either way, you know, what you need, what your questions are, whatnot, in the comment section, okay? So go ahead and watch this video here next. I told you it's a full series, y'all. You want to catch every video.